Welcome to the channel. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the new starts for Empyrion Galactic Survival Update 1.10, which was released in the summer of 2023. Now, if any of you follow the channel, you'll be aware that I'm planning on doing a vanilla series. Now, my original plan was just to choose a starting planet, jump in and play the game. And what's actually happened is Stephen Moon, and a big thank you to his suggestion, posted a comment about the fact that the starts are now very different and some of them could be quite challenging. That kind of started to grow in my head and thought, well, if I just do one series, I'm not going to highlight the different starts. So the purpose of this video is we are going to work our way through all the different starting planets, play the game for say 10 minutes or so, because I don't want it to be too long, just to see what the starting scenario is and how hard it is, and I'll just give my general opinion about well, how you get started. So the format of this video is we're going to go through each of the individual starts, play for about 10 minutes, and if you want to check a specific start, feel free to follow the timestamps down the bottom. So let's just get straight into it, because it could be a fairly long video. We're going to play survival mode because that's the base mode. Obviously I'm not going to worry too much about the game names because these are all going to get thrown away. Seed, and well, I think we'll leave the difficulty setting on medium. One thing I will do is, was it here? It says keep inventory on depth, defines inventory. Keep maybe, that's it, yeah, toolbar only. That's what I'm looking for. Shows I'm a bit rusty on there, so we're going to keep toolbar only just to give us a chance to survive, especially when you first start out, because normally you can put all your resources on the toolbar. And of course, for anyone who's not familiar with the new update, we've now got this feature down the bottom here. It says unlock check for blueprint factory. This is a fairly controversial new aspect of starting out. What that is, it means that you can't spawn in a ship until you've unlocked all the tech associated with that ship. Everything else we'll just leave the way it is, because obviously we're just looking at starts. We'll just click OK. And I think, well, just to give a baseline and just out of curiosity, we'll start with Akua. For anyone who's not familiar with Akua, it's the starting location for all new players, because you've got a tutorial. In fact, it's, I should say whether there's a bit almost, there's a charming green paradise which will invite you in, but beware, there's even the most harmless creatures will know how to defend their turfs and treasures. You can see it's a temperate planet, easy, it's got gravity, got a reasonable temperature range, but the hot temperature can cause problem. No radiation, atmosphere, you can breathe there, and you've got all the basic resources. So what I'm going to do now is just whack start, and we'll see how it goes. And here we are, we've got the kind of classic start. We can't steer the escape pod. What you are in is the escape pod that's crashed into the planet. You get that impressive explosion. And here we are. And
emergency situation detected. Protocol UCH001A initiated. Do you want to activate the tutorial help information system?
I mean, this is for new players. I will say no, because we're only taking a quick look. There's Robinson Protocol. You can reactivate the tutorial with PDF1 tutorial. Check the Encyclopedia F1 for more game information. Of course, now your resources kind of drop out there. Of course, we've got all these survival tools, video, manual things. And like I said, is there you get a torch. We've got no suit, but you don't really need it. And like I said, if you drop everything on there, we don't need that. You can see that we've now got everything on the toolbar. Our first priority is to get a portable constructor. We don't need a water condenser, so we need that. We just got to get a little bit of points. And for anyone who's not familiar with the game, the first thing you do is just go round and grab everything that you can. Not really getting any indication of what the mission is, though. Oh, we got some scruffy trees here. Well, and of course we can do not defense, salvage mode, resource mode. I think we need carbon substrate for the what we call it now. Yeah, we need carbon substrate. And of course, what happens is when you find something, you get these explorer tokens here as well, which you can sell. exchange tokens and rewards at the Jin consoles in the one of the trading stations. The Jin console is the Galactic Information Network, I think. You can see generally here. There we are. That's what I'm looking for. Got some carbon substrate. I mean, truthfully, Akua is quite straightforward. We've now reached level 2. We can come in here. Miscellaneous. Unlock that. And come in here because we've got our... Let's get that built underway. Of course, this is basically what you do. We can throw out scan. I'm a bit surprised we're not getting the indication for the main mission. Let's have a quick look. Got here it says Robinson Protocol First Steps. Pick up from ground. That's the tutorial. It says logs and PDAs found. Okay, it says the archive logs contain logs and PDA entries found in the named planets and orbiters section. So it looks like we're looking for archive logs. Got Tash County Crown Sector Moons. I think that is Akua. And then we've got Ningues, Skillon, Ashon, and Masperon. So what's that? So we got there's Tales of the Tasha, the story of the Tasha Cow Talon, a member of the Talon Academy of Science. Follow her trail and find all the data pads that she left behind to learn what happened to the moons 1,370 years before on arrival. So we've got to find about 16 of them. There's page log. Want to know. So we got to go looking for logs. And I'm assuming because somewhere on the planet is a what we call it, a monolith. I don't know what you call it. And what that does is it should allow us to teleport to the other moons, because with the start now, if we come into here, what you'll see if we go to the planets now, what we've got is Masperon, Skillon, Akua, and Ningues are now actually moons which we can travel between using an SV. It's not until to get to Omicron and Sienna and these planets you actually need a warp capability. So the first thing would be is to build an SV or HV. Actually, what's the hover bike? Right, we need for a hover bike, just out of curiosity. We're not starting with one. We can just plonk the portable constructor down. What do we need here? Carbon substrate. Okay. We can make a hover bike. In fact, we should be able to go straight for the hover bike. So the hover bike's not much of a problem. That would give us that there. Just out. Shift. Have to pick up. And we're just going to deploy the hover bike. And obviously, if you were playing this long term, you would, like you say, you would concentrate resources, get together. Obviously, but building a shotgun is probably would be fairly high on the priority list. Leveling it up. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I'm not seeing anything that's. I'm just kind of going out around the area. The planet's not that big actually. This is the escape pod. I'm sure Akua used to be bigger. There it is. That's what I'm looking for. It's just over here. Yeah, we discovered the obelisk. I mean, there's something close by. Right, we found a scientist camp. That done. Let's pick up that. Now, if anyone's not familiar with the obelisk, We shouldn't be able to get into it, or we never used to be able to get into it. There's like an entrance, but it can be a bit difficult to see because it's a blast door, so you can't kind of blow your way into this. We come up to here. Yes, it's not allowed to use key matrix. And where did that scientist camp go? Up there. Let's go and check the scientist camp. We got lots and lots of stuff here. Lots of resources. I mean, generally you can get off the ground here without actually having to do any substantial mining. This seems to be an old scientist camp. We should search the containers and see if the console contains any valuable information. All members, systems there. It says planet data, Akua. Okay, let's have a quick look. Animals, plants, all. So that's just an information one. Let's just give us information. Local history. Yeah, you are logged in. So it's just kind of a need help finding the logs. Okay, what does that say? Do you wish? Oh, I do not want. So there's spoilers there for people who want to get started. Okay, so we got supply depot, fort, knowledge camp. Mark locations on my HUD. I'm just curious. It closed. Let's get out there. So it looks like the science camp here is a thing here. What we got here? We got damaged data provide device reconstruction of information is buffered partially successful. Should the existing data be read? Yes. We've been studying the artifacts for several years now, and there are 4 of them, 1 obelisk on each moon of the gas giant, where we have set up a camp on each artifact to collect data without end, without making any real progress. The most boring job in the galaxy, but what can you do to get ahead? The Xerex have stationed there on their Krogium here as protection, they said, but more like watchdogs. I think they think the artifact should be useful in the fight against silence, but at the moment we're in the dark and we're missing something. So this is the basic mission. It says there's reconstruction of files. So it looks like we've got to find 16 on Akua. The logs are partially corrupted. Maybe we cover more if we can find more of the other places. The information the console may help us find or even tell us how to get things. So there's the camp of font of all knowledge. Anyway, guys, I think we've probably covered the Akua start. What I'm going to do now is I'm just going to quit back to the start menu and we'll go on to the next planet. Quite an interesting thing. Okay, welcome back. What we're going to do now is just move on to the next planet, which is going to be Ningues, which is not a bad start. I mean, it says difficulty medium, tutorial no. Mission Andromeda's Strain Polaris Megacorp. Actually, let me just look back. So the left click to go backwards. So Akua is the new mission is Clear Skies the Talon. And now the next one is Ningues. The difficulty settings should be preserved, so we're okay. So now the fun starts. This is where, in theory, we should get some new missions. And I'm just going to click start and see how things go. It says there, Commander, it's good to see you back among the living. The crash was bad and the escape pod was destroyed. But we were rescued by unknown people. From the moment we're probably safe as long as we don't go outside. I can hear some growling, which means that there's probably some... Yeah, hey. So we're actually inside of one of the convoy ships. Are we actually in the convoy? Right, we got a pistol, so we got a little bit more than we got in Akua. Just put that there. We got some bandages. We got a detector. Survival tent. Of course, we got a suit as well, because I didn't check actually to see. We got a pistol, and of course, what we're going to do is, I said, the trick. Can't remember actually if Ningues is breathable, yes, but it's very cold. And looks like the Polaris are just there. Right, we got kind of little talk to there. I mean, got nothing in the armor locker. Okay. Right, we'll just talk to this. It says the patrol got very excited. We spotted an escape pod that must have come down here recently, which is strange since the surveillance system didn't report anything. Maybe it's the scattered radiation from the artifacts again. In any case, at first we suspected another Ishkanal ambush, but we found something, or rather someone. We recovered a survivor who brought him aboard. Is this specialist we're waiting for? So anyway, we can get back. There's no indication of who we picked up here. Definitely not Xerex or Proran. It must be obvious, but it doesn't seem to be one of ours. Either someone from the old colonies. I've never seen the suit model in the Archean Foundation either. Very robust. It seems inadequate for the cold, though. Maybe the specialists are waiting for. Irritating the symbol on the chest plate, but we did the we see last. Anyway, when we get back to base, I'll clear it up. So it's important. Do not forget to fix. Damn Hishgal. So it was an ambush after all. They're getting more and more aggressive. Now the control computer is malfunctioning and jamming, and the gun on the roof, and something just activated a self-destruct. I can't turn it off, so I've rerouted the command. Now I have to get to the front of the door and reconnect the cables below the vessel manually. If I don't succeed, no one can open the door, or the vehicle will blow up in our face. Take care immediately when we've finished off. Oh, okay, so there's there. Found a survival. Okay, so it looks like we found a science station. So it looks like it's pointing at science station. Let me just have another quick look at the map. Okay. So it's saying the science station is over there. That means that's the direction that we want to go. But the thing about the cold start is we need to stay warm. There's a sensor up there as well. Okay. Can I disconnect? Oh. So we've just lost the structural integrity of this thing. That means we've now got cold. So we can't hang around here. Hello, matey. What we need is a lake. Or the science station. I'm not going to worry about the gigas at the moment. What we need is the bud plants. And I think probably also need anything to do with copper substrate. That's iron bearing, that's no good. What we need is, we got two of those. Start knocking out the hot drinks. There's some thermals over there. So when you first get out in Ningues, I mean, that wasn't too bad a start, actually. I was expecting something a little bit worse than that. The key is you got to head for the water. Don't try running to any location or anything like that. That's iron. We need the carbon substrate. That's silicon. Okay, we've got some exploration tokens. We can get to the water before we're getting cold, so we need to shift it. Yep. But what we should be able to do is just make another one. That should keep us going. We can get to the water. Generally, if you get in the water, the temperature will go up. Oops. So you can see the temperature goes up. Now, it's not going to make us nice and warm and toasty, but it should stop us getting hypothermia. So in an odd way, your first operational base on Ningues is actually the water. If you see those smoking type things over there, those are the fumaroles which raise the water temperature. Let me just see. Yeah, we got two more. Keep knocking out these thingies. Pop that round. We still need some carbon substrate. I mean, how we off for research? Well, we can. Now the things we need is a portable constructor, but what we need to do is get to level 5 so that we can unlock that portable heater cooler. Now that heater cooler, if I remember correctly, isn't going to help us that much, simply because it's got a limited range, and even though we do have a suit on, don't we? Yeah. Although we don't really need, technically we don't need the helmet on. The problem is that if we I mean, actually we don't really need the lamp actually, because we've got a suit, and if as long as we got the helmet on, we have a lamp. Right, it's just there's nothing just there. In the direction of these trees. Right. Buds up over there. Very quickly grab them. So what I'm generally, if you stay amongst trees, it's not that cold. Just going for the XP. We're not going to do much with mushrooms just at the moment. Herbal leaves. I've got some energy bars. Is that that's carbon bearing rock. Okay, we've got 5 substrate. We can get that built. We got ourselves a what we call it, a portable constructor. Getting cold, so we can't hang around much longer. More iron here and here. Right, we need to start heading back. I think we're down to 15 degrees, so we're going to start getting cold. Yes, I know. If it's too cold, we should be okay as long as we don't get hypothermia. We can be cold. The only downside with cold is it accelerates the rate of consumption of food. If we can get back into the water. Weapon offset, we don't sink. I don't want to explore the bottom of the lake just at the moment. Okay, we've got a couple of those. Obviously, we're now at a point where we need to do a bit of grind in order to survive. We got some meat there, but there's not much point worrying too much about the meat. Those dinos, because, well, I mean, a steak would be nice, but well, maybe seem I'm hitting the tree. Nice of them to stand still, but we're using a lot of ammunition. Even this level 3. It's a lot of work for one steak, though. But it will give us food. So if we pop that. The steaks. Now use that to do stuff. Right, we've now got hypothermia, so we're going to need to try and warm up a bit. That's it. I don't think we've got hypothermia, but anyway, I think that is probably enough of a look for Ningues. It's an interesting start, but the challenge is basically the same as before. The only downside now is that I think in the previously, if you could get to the convoy, which was near the obelisk, which should be about 1.2 kilometers away, you had a base where you could pop back into and stay warm. Obviously, we've lost that base, so we've now got to try to survive out in the cold. Yes, I know. We really need that heater thing. I don't know why. Level 3. What do we need to make that? Carbon substrate. Haha. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to leave it on this one. Otherwise, this video is going to be about 2 hours long. So I hope you found that interesting. I must admit, starting on Ningues does appeal. But what we're going to do now is I'm just going to quit out and we're just going to move on to the next planet. So here we are back again. We've got Ningues. The next one is Skillon. Skillon is a hot, dry, and it says medium to high tutorial node, deserted powers, pirate clans. If you survive the first few hours on the radioactively contaminated former weapons test planet, look for the Varen clan's La Grande Maya. Maybe you need your help there, or someone else needs it. So you'll see. So it's planet difficulty easy, gravity light, temperature range is a lot more. Now on Skillon the problem is the opposite. We've got to deal with heat and radiation, and we should start with a suit, and of course we've got to raise our own oxygen. So we're just gonna so here we go again, guys. Well, what's that? Engines up. There's engines overheating. Can we get into that? Can we turn the power off? Where are we? I'm sorry. We can't fly it, so we've got thrusters, and we seem to be falling out of the sky. And the ship seems to be blowing up around me. It's not letting me out the ship now. I'm trapped. I'm a bit worried about this. I can't see around. If I press Alt, let's have a bit of a look. So we seem to be sat in a ship that's blowing up around us. I hope I'm not trapped up in the sky, but I think I switched the power off. No, we're falling to ground. We're right close to the obelisk, which means the science station. It looks like we've got some bits and pieces. I'm not seeing any water. That could be an issue. Like we've got the pirate clan close by. The planet's not that big. Oh, and again, of course, this is a moon. It's not a planet. I was just so we crashed the ground. Right, we're up now. That was different. We got the beginnings of a ship here. Right, let's just go here. What we got? We got scanner. Moving down the bottom. Tents. We don't really need the light because we've got. Right, is this actually ours? I mean, it came up. We got, it says RCS damage, fuel tank generator damage. What's the CPU? Well, it says the CPU is only 916. So obviously this has got explosive blocks in it for the starting scenario. Right, same technique again. Yeah, we need the portable constructor. We also need the coolant. So we've got some carbon substrate there, but just get what's around this area. A little bit of a food source, which is good. That means we can make some food. Now, of course, the problem is going to be is radiation. All right, we've got silicon. Grab this. I mean, I'm not obviously. If we're playing this for real, we would get all the way around here and pick up everything we can. Yeah, so we've got level 2 now. So miscellaneous going. Always get the portable constructor going from the get-go. We're going to need the water condenser as well, so we're going to need some more carbon substrate because we're going to need that water condenser to make oxygen, and we're going to also need food. So more carbon right there. What we'll do is, rather than spend the time, we've got that going as well. What we need is that we need to get to level 3. Now we got put there, grab that. got some more resources. Aren't too bad actually. Got some stone. Got trees. Of course, we're going to need the trees to fuel the oxygen generator. How much oxygen we got? We got 306 left. We didn't get any reserve oxygen, so we're going to need to that up. Pick that up. Grab that. So we're putting on a little bit. As I say, normally I'd just work in this area, but okay. Mushrooms. Not a bad selection of resources. Oh, I see ripper dogs down there. Ah, we're in trouble. One wouldn't be a problem, but 3 might be a problem. Oh, put one down. Can't afford to let these guys run around. It's 2 down. Good thing about no, it always comes with number 3, and I'm not hitting him. Gotcha. Yeah, being ambushed by those. Right, so we should be in a position now to grab more of this stuff. We're certainly going to need bandages if there's ripper dogs around. That's bad news. Factory. Portable heater. So we got that there. We got an oxygen generator. We need to set up a base. We certainly want that. Now, if I remember correctly, the temperature will rise as we go down onto the lower levels. So what we'll be looking at is the setup. Because of course the problem with this planet is that we've got to set up a base where we can put down the oxygen generator thingy, whatever it is. I should just put it up here by this tree just for demo purposes. Yeah, I've got a little bit of base here. As long as it's not, so we can put you down there. Gonna make some biofuel. Probably would want to make a separate, what we call it, up everything in there. We've got 28, what we call it, put the tokens in. Make 3 steaks. Food. The trick is to make the energy bars in the suit for a reason I'll explain in a little while. I think that there. What am I looking? What am I thinking about? Brain and gear, please. Brain and gear. Where is it? 1.4. Where's the biofuel? Am I missing something? There it is. There, biofuel. Sorry. So we need plant fiber. Oh, 10. Wow. Yeah, I missed that. Sorry about that. So we need a lot of biofuel. But the trick is that if you've got a cooler, what you do is you make the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You make the energy bars, but you leave them in the output until you need them. And then if you do that, they won't spoil. Just eat the steak. It won't last very long. Of course, what we can do is avoid this. And what that will do is drop the temperature down to normal. So we need that to operate with. I think just to finish this section off again, I'm kind of getting a bit starting to actually play the game. I just want to go over here. See if, yeah, I guess that what we've got over here. We'll just go and take a quick look. We've got a couple of bases around here, which could be quite nice. Um, certainly going to need a weapon, but if we get onto this here, I'm just wondering if there's the science station is out here or not. So we'll just go and look at the obelisk. We've got an operational base there. Gonna, yeah, I would guess that the science station is around here somewhere. We can find it. Because, of course, we're not getting the early clue. So, strong whispers coming from the obelisk, yes. Right, we've got opportunity here. So we've actually got a base, operational base here. Wow, that's not bad, actually. Now, I don't know if it's down to the seed or anything like that, but we've got an operational base here. In fact, this is quite a good base, actually, opportunity. I can remember how to get into it. Right. Core structure owned by means we have to destroy the core. And we've got our first terminal. Planet overview, Skillon, and planet data. Okay. Files of Tash. Okay. Damage, private data found, reconstruction. So this is the initiation point. Study hours back several K, close. Where can I watch the logs again? Yep, that's just the tutorial. The base is not airtight, so we'd have to make the base airtight. Anyway, guys, this is where I'm going to stop here because I'm aware that we've still got a couple more starts to do. But I think I quite like this start, actually. I'd be very tempted to do it, actually. So what I'm going to do now is just quit out and we'll go on to my least favourite start. So here we are, we're back again, and this time we've done Ningues, done Skillon, now we're doing Masperon. Now this is my least favourite start, simply because it's, from a YouTube perspective, it's a horrible planet to start on, because it's always foggy. You can see it's alien swamp, easy, gravity there, temperature 19 to 60. The temperature range is pretty good, no radiation, which is misleading because you get radiation fogs. Atmosphere is breathable, and we got, it says difficulty medium, tutorial no, bad wolf, Xerex House of Abyssal. It looks like we've actually got a mission to do with the thing. It says the world grows more, this world grows more teeth with every heartbeat. If you survive and there's no problem, there's lots of hungry mouths looking out your way. Find the old Xerex base, your experience could be in demand. Okay, so we're just going to start this. Oh, 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 oh. That frightened the living daylights out of me. Where the heck are we? It says explosion and pilot bailed out, procedure initialization. Right, we've got this here. It says captain officers are dead. This planet ate them like the gorge ate our ship. But I'm still alive in the meantime. I've collected enough materials to build a way out. It's been risky. Probably my scaffolding will collapse and I will die. But there's no more ammunition to fight the creature blocking the other way out. I hope Tash has evacuated to the surface. Okay, what have we got starting here? We've actually got cure for parasites, which is not particularly inspiring. We need the light because we don't have a suit. We got a little bit of food. I can hear scorpions, which is my least favourite. Defense mode. What have we got here? Got a cauldron. Oh wow. Okay, we'll take that. We've got some sport food. In fact, I'm just going to eat one of those straight away. And if we got scorpions around, I'm just going to hit a bandage as well. There we got aloe vera. Can't go any further that way. See what I mean about this planet is if it wasn't always Yuki green all the time. Flamethrower. Okay. I think that's a hint of what might be around here. Actually, let me just stand back here and see if we can. Yes, see if we can get a spawn. Let's have a look round. We've got a plant there, plant there. Got plants there. Any way out that way? Nope. So we got to go up. Right, let me just see. There's walkways there. Let's see what we can gather from down here. Got some plant fiber. Get rid of this guy if I can get him. £100 for that. Anything else up here? Right, we got some plant fiber routes. Okay. It looks like we're going this way. Oh, it's gonna blow up. Right. Oh. Now I'm absolutely terrible at this type of thing. When in doubt, kill anything. What was that? We got chitin fragments. Commodity can be sold with enemy. Okay. Tech wise, can we? What have we got unlocked? Certainly want the portable constructor. I don't think we can make it though. No, because we got no carbon substrate. Okay, looks like we've got to go this way. Oh, let's have me. Ah! I knew I had to fall off at least once. As I say, be alright if I could actually see. So, where did I go from here? Let's cross here. Can we jump up directly there? Okay. So the game isn't going to let us jump up there because of this pole, the block. So we have to go around here. Right. Try again. First you don't succeed, give up. That's. I wonder if this will keep blowing up until eventually you can't get out. Okay, crouch. Try and move forward a little bit better. We've got to jump onto there. Onto there. We've got a hole here, but we get across to there. Okay. Oh, for once the planet isn't all hooked up in murk. Okay, where are we now? We're looking for some carbon substrate. Oops, no. Right, we've got some carbon bearing planty type things. Oh. Where are you? Use the flamethrower. Yeah, these mozzies are some of the most annoying features on this planet. Right, let's just get that. I certainly want that there. Grab that. There's lots of stuff around here. Grab everything we can. I mean, let's say when the planet's actually clear like this, it's not a bad planet to actually be on. In fact, the graphics are a lot better, and that's one of the features of the new update. Actually, I'm kind of noticed it on the other starts, but well, just go around and grab stuff like this. Do this. And then we've got no armor, so we've got to be careful. Oh, go away. Right, we'll just get over to base. We got resources. But we got some kind of basic type thing here. Crash cockpit. Not bad. We can pick up some alien thorn. So we got a little bit of a base here. Again, it's kind of looks like it's open to the atmosphere. So not there. And we got the terminal. Okay, so planet overview. All the different planets. Planet data, Masperon. Grassland, plateaus, endless bogs, some large bodies of water, plentiful trees, warning, danger, little neutral species, hazards. Yeah, okay. Private history, back close. And we've got the Tales of Tash. Gives us damage decay. And that just gives us this. Have been studying the artifacts for several years. There are 4 of them, 1 obelisk in each moon. Yep. You've already seen that. Like there's a bolt down there. Yep. Nope. Okay, it's my imagination. So we got a reasonable little operational base here. One of the hazards of this planet is, in fact, it's got actually got a solar panel as well. We take the base over. Probably have the structure owned by. We can't take it over, so we'd have to destroy the core. I think the biggest shock was actually the starting in that gorge. Again, the moon's not that big. I'm guessing there's a Xerex base on here somewhere. Got a small gorge there, and we've got a ship, kind of indicating that the ship is there as well. It says a rescue pod. So obviously the crash ship-y things are rescue pods. They're not really meant to be recovered and things. What's that there? Mushrooms, okay. What are you? Oh, teach me to shoot him, won't it? Thermal burns, yeah. So moral of the story is don't kill the worms. Anyway, guys, I think what we're going to do now is quit back to the menu and look at the last one after I've done the load. So I'll see you, and we're just going to look at the very hardest start. So here we are back again. So we've done Akua, we've done Ningues, we've done Skillon. Masperon. Now what we got left is Ashon II Orbit. Now this is a very hard start. It says planet difficulty easy. You actually start in space. It says difficulty hard, BP factory disabled. So you basically got to build your own ship. It says tutorial no. It says mission to good business traders guild. But at the last second, you are pulled into the fleet's warp vortex as you departed the Milky Way. But there you are now. It's more importantly where the other Operation Phoenix ships. So we're just going to click start, and I'll see you once we get to wherever we're going to go. Okay, guys, I've got an internal error. Maybe I've started too many times over. And so, wow. Okay, so we got a lot more resources now. Health packs. Scanners. Oh, I'm getting cold already. I think what we got to do is get into here, haven't we? Warm up. Okay, well. Did everything disappear? So we got a lot more resources. So the first thing we're going to need to do is put on. We've got some medium armor. That's pretty good. We probably need radiation protection. Certainly need air. Jetpack boost, multi boost, oxygen tank. I mean, we've obviously got a lot more in the way of resources than the other start, but then we're actually starting out in space. But I don't think we actually need the weapons as such. We might need the hot beverages because, of course, there's nothing up here that's going to help us survive. So we've got a bit more protection, but it's not going to protect us that much from the exterior temperatures. We've got a small constructor here. Some stuff in the cargo bay. And we got some plants here. We've got a fridge, food in as well. So we've got kind of got some capability here. We've got a food processor. So we kind of got a mini base out here in space, but it's not going to last us that long. And it says you need to repair the ship and make. I don't know if can we repair this. No, is it our ship? Yes, it is our ship. We've got a little bit of energy and we've got a little bit of power. We've got to leave the power on, otherwise we'll freeze. We've got a clone chamber, but that's about it. I don't think there's anything. Touch the terminal. There's the terminal in here. Terminal in here. Okay, sensor logs. Unknown structure. Unknown celestial device. Planetary data. Oops. Unknown structure. Okay. Mark that on HUD. Okay, IDA diagnosis. Sensor logs. Okay. Now, where we are is we're actually above the planet, and it looks like there's, yeah, we've got an Ashon trading outpost. I think the first thing we've got to do is actually get to that trading post. I must admit, I did play this when it was first added, but explosion destroyed the cargo hold and scattered the containers in space. I will need a detector to find the location. Click on. Right, so we got. I think that's the vault that we just we're going to put stuff in anyway. I think that's our only vault that's within the ship. We basically we've got to go out and new resource type and got to get out to these. very quickly get back to the ship before we freeze to death. Yep, I know. Haha. Problem is, where is the entrance? Where did we come out of? Yes, I know. I can't find the entrance. There it is. Nope. The generator's there. Ah, there it is. What have we got? Frostbite, mitigate with painkillers. Don't think we've got any painkillers, so we might just have to die. I'm not sure. Got frostbite. We got. Don't think we can make any painkillers, can we? Thank you, Bridge. Need painkillers. We need spice, confetti moss. So we're gonna die. I can keep myself alive like that. Yeah, the frostbite is a little bit too much, but because oh, it's gone. So if we kept it alive long enough for it to keep us. So this is a very slow burn start. It's probably the best way to describe it. Because effectively what we got to do is build a very simple SV, but I'm not sure we got there. So we got to do the unlocks or find bits and pieces to actually build the ship to do it. The downside is that Skillon is a separate system which is away from the starter systems, because that is, I think Skillon II is a lava planet. Or Ashon II, I think it is. Space starter, Traders Guild. I'm almost certain it is. Yeah, it's a lava planet, Ashon II here. So it's probably a bit too slow for what I'm looking for, but if any of you guys really want a really super duper challenge, this is probably the one that you want to go for. Anyway, I think this is where I'm going to leave it, guys. I think I've covered all the main planet starts. I think for the series it's going to have to be either Ningues or Masperon. If you've got any preferences one way or the other, feel free to chuck it in the comments. But until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.